Oh, like Herschel Walker. Like I don't. Maybe
Oh
I'm
man,
fucked up, but like I don't give a fuck who any of these people are, man. I don't
Raphael.
give a shit what Trump is doing. I don't.
Yeah,
Ron DeSantis. I don't know who the fuck that. I don't give a fuck. It's just
yeah,
another governor. It's another person. It
yeah,
doesn't matter to me.
yeah. It's
Like,
all the same
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like, I feel like a certain generation, a certain age, a certain level of liberalism, you're like invested in these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Like,
it's fucking.
I don't care.
It's sports at a certain point, you know. It's
Right.
just, it's literally the same shit. It's just like, are you watching the numbers? Are you voting? It's like,
Can
it's
I
American
give
Idol shit? Man.
Can I give what I feel is the nuanced thing on this? Because I'm the same way. I'm the same
Yeah.
way. But there's like multiple layers to it to me.
Yeah,
So, and again, it's another one of these things. It's like, I'm going to say one thing. Some people are going to hear that and start turning into rabid dogs. Just like hold on for 1 second till I get to the other thing. And then we have a total picture here. So the first part of it is like harm reduction, right? It's like,
yeah,
well, it's just voting. It's just like going in and
Right.
fucking marking a thing.
Right. Takes no time.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So there's that part. But also on the voting piece, we have to talk about how much people actually invest in that as a primary political like strategy and approach, and like the problem with that. So it's like both of those things at the same time on the electoral side. Then when you zoom out more, it's like, how much are we talking about the political circus and sports, as you called it, versus all of the direct things that we could be doing right now to make all of this obsolete, or even just the groundwork to getting people to start thinking and having an imagination to think that they could even meet their own needs, live without landlords, live without bosses, collectively, directly, democratically, all these different things.
right.
And it's like, yeah, when you zoom out, and I feel like if you look at it in that way, organically over time, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm not really as invested in who's running for, especially the more like when we get to like federal and like we're talking about like presidential elections and, whatever. And it's like, so it's not to say that doesn't have like real time impact on our lives and people's lives. But it's just to say, how much are we talking about that versus, it's also when a lot of people, when they say direct action, so part of why I don't like that term, because it's like this vague notion of like, it's almost like people only think of like civil disobedience or something, like Martin Luther King Jr. or whatever. It's like, well, what about direct action in terms of literally building infrastructure or like literally like
It's one of those,
like is the Merez with the Zapatistas, is that direct action to you or is that too far? That's too direct of some action for you.
Indirect action?
I mean, I mean, it's one of those terms that's so easy to just like snatch and liberalize in the sense of just like,
it's like mutual aid.
It can be very.
I was just going to say mutual aid. But
right. It can be so individualistic where it's like, I think even more so than mutual aid, because when you look at it, when you look at the words mutual aid, like the fucking action, the liberatory roots are in the words. Direct action doesn't mean anything. It's like
I would argue it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, in the sense
communism means totalitarianism to people. It's like
I know.
literally.
I mean, in the sense of just like
anything can be taken.
I hear you, and I know, and I just mean in the sense of like, I can at least like look at the words mutual aid and explain to somebody why it's not what they think it is. Whereas direct action, geez, even regardless of just the, like this machine that we're in, you can look at those words and say like, okay, well, I sort my recycling. I did my part. It can be like that small. You can say that's direct act. Whereas mutual aid is like, if you just look at what those words are, it's first of all, it's aid that's mutual. So it implies that this like fucking soup kitchen shit is not is not it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that like there's a reciprocal element to it where it's a community building thing where it's like this has mutual benefit for each of us. It's selfish in the way that we talk about. in the sense that it also helps me, but it also helps me by helping you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just this charity shit. Whereas direct action, I'm just like, I don't know. It's a phrase I can let go of. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I only say that to the point of like, they will take and warp anything.
Yes.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is. It's like almost at a certain level, we have to keep creating new language, new frameworks, new whatever to even get to what we're really talking about, and hope that it cuts through and doesn't scare people. But it's like,
we gotta stop getting railroaded in dogma.
I literally just
shit.
exactly.
I literally just tell people like, yeah, my friends and I have this show we're making, and it's like cooperative, and we're just trying to like make it so we don't have landlords and bosses.
That to me is the best thing like, that I could say.